Diddy's been dropped by every brand he ever worked with, and the FBI has seized his private planes and mansions. He's panicking now that his revenue has fallen to zero. On top of that, Diddy's lawyers have applied for bail for the fifth time. Can he get out of jail before he goes broke? And is this the end of Diddy's career? Speaker 1. Now, Diddy's in a tricky situation. Speaker 2. Yeah, I think it's over. Speaker 1. You think it's over? Speaker 2. I think it's over for him as a figure in entertainment. Speaker 1. But do you think it's over in the sense that he ends up in a cell right next to R. Kelly? Speaker 2. I don't think so. I don't think he gets locked up. He skates. Either that, or he disappears to Bali. Speaker 1. Oh yeah, that's a move, huh? I want to say it here, over these digital airwaves. The career of Sean P. Diddy Combs as we know it is finished. It's over completely and in the worst possible way. Before this trial began, Diddy was the second richest person in hip-hop. He had a net worth of over $1 billion, more than a dozen brands under his control, and he regularly rubbed shoulders with billionaires like Jay-Z and Mark Cuban. Just weeks before the trial, New York City Mayor Eric Adams literally gave Diddy the key to the city. Flashback. It's 2020, y'all. It's different than 2016. The game has elevated. As you can see, no expense is being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. He already had the keys to some of the most exclusive places in the world, and now Sean Diddy Combs could add New York City to that list. It was Diddy Day in the city. Videos played on the TSX Broadway Jumbotron. Crowds gathered, and by 11:30 the mayor and Diddy walked through the doors. The bad boy of entertainment was given the key to the city by the bad boy of politics. Diddy, I want to thank y'all for this honor. Recognizing me, being from New York, and giving me the key to the city, it means a lot. But that didn't last long. Today, Diddy's empire is collapsing. His companies are losing money. Brands are distancing themselves, and after his arrest, he was forced to return that same key to New York. People who once called him a friend are now cutting ties to protect their own image. News report. Tonight, Sean Diddy Combs returned his honorary key to the city at the request of Mayor Eric Adams. He was awarded the key last September, but returned it June 10th. Let's break this down. Back in 2022, Diddy's net worth was estimated at over $1 billion. By today, that has collapsed to somewhere between $300 and $400 million. In 2022, around 70% of his wealth, roughly $700 million, came from spirits. Add to that $50 million in private investments, $75 million in cash, $100 million in real estate and collectibles, and another $75 million in music catalogs and intellectual property. But now, his spirit's value has dropped to just $150 million, a $550 million loss. His cash is lower, real estate devalued, and his empire is shrinking fast. The truth is, Diddy never had real friends. Even Mayor Eric Adams, who once embraced him, was arrested for corruption only weeks after Diddy himself was arrested. Every relationship Diddy built was a business relationship. Not even Jay-Z, his supposed best friend, spoke out once during the entire trial. Commentator. This is how I really feel, other than him just being a freak. I don't know how you end up in this position. It makes me think he never had any real friends around him. Because if you're worth $1 billion, employing all these people and not one person steps up to say, bro, you gotta stop with the drugs, the alcohol, the prostitutes, the guns, that tells you everything. Then came the political fallout. Breaking news anchor. Big breaking news tonight. For the first time in New York City history, a sitting mayor has been indicted for crimes. ABC News reports Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted by a federal grand jury. The exact charges aren't yet known, but subpoenas have been issued for documents and cell phones. Members of his administration have resigned, some of them close friends of the mayor. Eric Adams, the 110th mayor of New York, has been indicted. We'll have the latest at 11. Diddy thought his day would never come, that his powerful friends would protect him from consequences. Back in 2007, he struck a massive deal with liquor giant Diageo to promote Ciroc vodka. That deal alone made him over $400 million and pushed him into billionaire status. But allegedly, Diddy tried to cut Diageo out of the deal and take over Ciroc completely. That's when Diageo cut him off. Months later, lawsuits followed. Coincidence? Diddy, in an interview, "For me, it fit my brand. I was known as a king of celebration, the king of parties. I wanted something luxurious and aspirational. I saw an opportunity in the ultra-premium vodka sector. I was a vodka drinker. I knew about Ciroc, but people weren't connecting with it. So I proposed to Diageo that we enter a partnership. I told them the astronomical numbers I felt I could hit, and I hit them. That partnership turned Ciroc from selling 40,000 cases a year to over 2 million, transforming it into a premium product. By 2013, Diddy and Diageo co-acquired De Leon Tequila, further deepening their relationship. But in May 2023, Diddy sued Diageo, accusing them of neglecting the De Leon brand, racially discriminating against him, and failing to treat him as a true business partner. That's when the unraveling accelerated. Now, here's where things get messy. Right after Diddy sued Diageo, his former partner Cassie Ventura filed a shocking lawsuit accusing him of abuse. That case settled within 24 hours, but it opened the floodgates. More accusers came forward, new lawsuits piled up, and suddenly Diddy wasn't just fighting a corporate battle. He was fighting for his entire reputation. News anchor. Hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing multiple lawsuits and mounting allegations of abuse. The claims range from assault to trafficking. His empire is under intense scrutiny, and brands that once embraced him are quickly cutting ties. Brands that once fought to work with him, Ciroc, De Leon, Revolt TV, and even his fashion partners, began distancing themselves. Major companies scrubbed him from advertising. Revolt, the media company he founded, announced Diddy had stepped down as chairman. He wasn't just losing business deals. He was losing the empire he had spent decades building. At the same time, federal agents raided his properties in Los Angeles and Miami. His private jets were seized, his mansions were searched, and suddenly the flashy lifestyle Diddy flaunted on Instagram looked more like evidence than entertainment. News clip. Tonight, federal agents conducted coordinated raids on properties belonging to music mogul Sean Combs. Investigators seized computers, hard drives, and personal items as part of an ongoing federal investigation. Authorities confirmed this is part of a broader probe. For years, Diddy had projected the image of the untouchable mogul, the man who came from Harlem and conquered the music world, fashion, television, and spirits. But now, that empire was cracking in real time. Financially, things spiraled. That $1 billion net worth estimate fell by more than half. His liquor partnerships were over. Cash reserves drained fast with multiple lawsuits and an expensive legal defense team. Real estate values plummeted as properties became stigmatized by the investigation. Even worse, the friends he thought he had disappeared. Industry insiders, politicians, and celebrities all distanced themselves. Nobody wanted to be seen standing next to him, not when the FBI was involved. Commentator, you gotta understand, Diddy lived like he was untouchable. The problem is, when the empire starts shaking, people run. Nobody's loyal when the feds are raiding your house. Meanwhile, Diddy's lawyers filed bail applications again and again, 5 times in total. Each time, the court rejected them, citing flight risk, evidence tampering, and severity of charges. For a man used to moving freely in private jets and throwing million-dollar parties, jail became a nightmare. And here's the irony. Just a year earlier, Diddy was bragging about being a billionaire. Now, he's burning through his fortune just trying to stay out of prison. The question now is, can he recover? Some say no, this is the end. His empire is too damaged, his reputation beyond repair, and the lawsuits alone will bleed him dry. Others argue he's too wealthy, too connected, and too experienced to go down completely. That maybe he cuts a deal, avoids prison, and disappears quietly. But one thing's certain, the Sean P. Diddy Combs we once knew, the untouchable mogul, the flashy billionaire, the king of parties, is gone. The empire has crumbled, the friends have left, and the music industry has moved on. This isn't just a fall from grace. This is a collapse.